Guy Sebastian, Australian Idol winner and someone who knows exactly what Ben and Michael must be going through right now. The vocal teacher and recording engineer from Adelaide came from nowhere in that competition to take out the Australian title. At just 23, his debut single topped the chart at #1 and sold 128,000 copies in its first week alone. Well, Guy's been following our Idol competition. He was a guest judge and has met both Ben and Michael. Guy's been in New York on a writing trip preparing for his new album, and I asked him what it was like when he was down to the final two.
I remember it being an extremely hectic time. Shannon and myself did like a national tour trying to gain votes for ourselves, and we kind of went to each state and had started at like 5 o'clock in the morning and did our little interviews and radio interviews and TV interviews and journalist stuff and blah. And so it was a stressful time, but it was for me, I think it was the least stress as far as just, I didn't think I'd get that far, and so I think just being in the top two was such a blessing that I just thought, well, I'd never expected to get this far, so it's just cool, you know, I'm just going to enjoy it as much as I can, and yeah, I'm having a ball.
I guess Ben was a little like you, Guy, had a slower start and then he really stepped up to the mark. My
first week in the top 10, I actually I sang the Jackson 5 song, The Love You Save, and to me I thought it was a really popular song, and I thought, because I loved it so much, I thought everyone else would, but it was pretty much one of those sort of unheard songs that not many people knew, and I really got docked for it, and I didn't sing very well. I was really nervous, but then I think, like I said before, I think it was actually the week where there was 5 of us left, and we had like a mid-show special where we had live strings, and I sang When I Get You Alone by Robin Thicke, and actually I wrote with Robin Thicke just the other day, which was really cool. I got to meet him by face, and we wrote a really cool tune together for my next album. But I just remember at that point it was the turning point for me, because I stopped trying to fit in to something else that I was trying to be, and I just thought, well, I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to sing the songs that I love, and so I think it was that point. And then the next show after that was I sang When Doves Cry, and then from then on I was just choosing songs that I loved and just being myself. And I think that's kind of when I sort of started really shining in my own thing, you know, and I think that's the same with Ben. I guess song choice has been really good too. I remember being on the show and I said, I think to one of the girls, I said, you know, the song that you picked probably didn't showcase your voice as well as the one you picked last week, not because I think that I've got all this knowledge, but I made mistakes that I had to pay for, and so it's like a really important thing to choose great songs. And I was reading both of the songs that both Michael and Ben had kind of chosen, and great songs that everyone knows and really risks sort of taking songs. So yeah.
Are you loving it? Are you loving being Australian Idol?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's funny you should ask me at this time whether I'm loving my life, because I'm in New York. Times Square is outside this window, and always dreamt of being here. I've had some real freak-out moments in the last couple of weeks. I mean, last week I was sitting down in a studio with my idol, Brian McKnight, just sitting down and writing with him, and I spent like 3 days with the guy, and it was weird. It's like so many things have happened, and nothing has weirded me out as much as being in that room. I was kind of really starstruck, and it's the first time I've ever been starstruck. And so I was sitting there freaking out. We wrote this really beautiful ballad together, and like I said before, I wrote with Robin Thicke. I've been with a whole bunch of really cool writers, and it's just a dream. I mean, it's more than a dream. I think when I was young, it's like, you know, I'd love to be an artist. I'd love to, you know, I'd love to make a CD, and let alone to work with my idol and to, you know, have success that I've had with my album. I mean, it's just, I'm really honoured and really blessed. So it's just an incredible time for me, and I'm definitely not taking it for granted. I'm savouring each and every moment. So
who are you picking, Ben or Michael?
Am I picking Ben or Michael? You know what, I have no idea. When I saw them both, it was really early on, it was actually the first live show, and they both did so well, and they're both so different, which is weird. I mean, it's really cool because it was the same for Shannon and myself. I'm kind of the urban sort of like band sort of deal, and Shannon was like the rock, like Michael's chosen, you know, U2, and he's chosen, you know, a whole bunch of different people, and it's really cool that they're both so different, and I think it's anyone's game really because of that fact that, you know, with Shannon and myself it could have gone either way. It's more down to the music that people like and the two people that are presented before the fans in New Zealand, you know, whoever they, I guess, adapt to more. So I have no idea.
Well, that's a very diplomatic answer, but come on.
Very diplomatic. but you know, I'll probably say Ben because he said his favourite overseas idol was me, so Racham Ben.
So there you have it, you see, Guy picking Ben, and he was an absolute sweetie guy, I've got to say, feet firmly on the ground.